Welcome to Old Town Alexandria, Virginia, the home of one of its newest residents, Vida Style Shop, a uniquely curated consignment shop located just blocks from the Potomac River. Meet Alicia Valencia, owner of Vida Style Shop, a former engagement and marketing executive turned CEO. My name is April Williams, business owner, creator, and host of Entrepreneurious. Join me as I travel around the DMV to find out what it really takes to launch and grow a small business. Alicia, thank you so much for being on Entrepreneurious today.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I had an opportunity to be in this space before this install. And it's just amazing to see the final product, the finished product, and I've seen the layers as you've grown. So tell me a little bit how you went from having this dream of having this curated by design consignment shop located in Alexandria, Virginia.
So yes, thank you for noticing. We have grown so much since we first started with just a shell, just four walls. When you think about something that you want for so long, to build it in the way that you want it and in the way that you hope others will receive it, especially because I feel like I have this higher purpose in my life, and that is to get others involved with something that will make them happy, make them feel good, starting from the inside and out. And I think when you build something like that with others in mind, not just yourself and how you can help others, it just all falls into place. And I have received inspiration from all of my experiences from the time that I was in my former industry, which is credit unions, to this, which is complete, like it's a total like switch, right? To fashion and sustainability. So I think when you think about your vision and then having others receive it, it all just falls into place.
That's wonderful. So tell me about some of the steps that you took to launch this business.
Yes, so it all started with the Google, right? We all just kind of figure out, how do I start a business? Working my way backwards a little bit, I felt like I still needed more education, so I got my degree, my master's from Georgetown, and that in marketing communications, and that helped me kind of figure out what audience, because that's very important when you start a business. Is there an audience? Is there a need? Am I solving a problem? And then I started, so with that education, then I started building out from there, and that was reaching out to Alexandria Small Business Development Center. Big shout out to them.
Yes.
Jack Parker is my business consultant to this day, so we started a year ago, a year plus, and we just had a lot of chats. He spent a lot of time with me, coached me, told me how to do the spreadsheets, I mean everything. There's a lot of work involved. And it just all happened like with a lot of work. And then getting the permits with the city here in Alexandria, there's a lot of things that you have to do, a lot of boxes you have to check off and shake a lot of hands. I was able to meet the mayor, just reaching out to him here.
And he was at your grand opening, is that correct?
I didn't know him from anybody, and then I know that I wanted for him to be a part of this, to kind of like, hey, this is what we do here in Old Town, is we support small businesses. Right. And I felt the support of the community here in my neighborhood, and it's been a blessing ever since. Like, I don't have other words to say other than people have been super supportive of Vida Style being here, and we love being here in this community.
It's a beautiful community, and it feels so good being in this consignment shop that it doesn't look like the typical consignment shop that you typically go to, right?
Right, and that was one of the things that I learned early on when I did my research, was that I wanted to bust like a lot of stigma around consignment, secondhand kind of things. I want people to feel like not overwhelmed when they come in, so everything is organized, everything is clearly laid out. And it just feels like refreshing. It feels like a place where you want to hang out.
Right. Well, I definitely would agree with that. It's a beautiful space. So talk to me just a little bit about why you felt it was so important for you to help lift others who have a similar dream to yours, because you have curated items that are here that are from other businesses. So why is it so important for you to help those other businesses and give them a shot at Vida Style Shop?
So I know the journey of entrepreneurship. When you start out with wanting to do your own thing, you start out from a very early age, and you dabble in a few things. until you figure out what you want. And I know that it can be like this. And sometimes you can go backwards as you're trying to go forwards as an entrepreneur. And so I can help someone along the way. I will. Anything that I can do. And so I do have handcrafters, who I call handcrafters, people who want to start their own business, quit their jobs, and do something that they love, like live out their purpose, their mission in life. And so that's why I do that, because I want to help others, because I understand the pain, the highs and lows, and you just want to get on with it. And so if I can help someone along the way, I will.
Now, I'm very curious, because you have a very eclectic mix here, but yet it all has a synergy to it. How do you curate your items?
So we have coined the term different and delightful. So anything that walks in, as far as what we take on consignment, it has to go through that lens of, is it different and delightful? Is it going to excite our shoppers? Is it going to make our hearts flutter and their hearts flutter? And so we try to focus on brands that are sustainable, that last long, that have a very long shelf life. We kind of on the brands that are like fast fashion. We're not really down with the fast fashion, just because of it's not good for the environment. So we just try to focus on things that are going to make the consumer feel good about what they're buying and make them feel special. And so that's what we do. Different and delightful.
I love that. Where do you see Vida Style growing?
I have been approached by folks to open up a second or third operation in different parts of Northern Virginia. I'm not sure where we're going to go with that. There's a lot of work, so I think for now, I just had my 1-year anniversary, so I'd like to kind of get really comfortable and kind of be on, not so much autopilot, but like just know like what happened. So I'm not sure, but I know that I love our growth. I know that I love how people walk through the door and want to be a part of what we're building here. I love all that. So right now I think I'm focused in the moment and just really want to be sure of like, this is exactly what I wanted to do and that it's being executed that way before I start thinking about other endeavors. Yeah.
That makes sense. So you mentioned sustainability a few times. Why is that so important to you and for Vida Style?
So sustainability, a lot of people kind of get tripped on like, what is that? Sustainability is basically like this prolonging the life cycle of everything, like clothing, furniture, cars, like anything that you can prolong its life and keep it around for a long time. So it's part of the circular economy. And so for us, it just means helping you prolong the life of this t-shirt so that it doesn't end up in the landfill. It doesn't end up in the trash can. And so if there's anything that we can help sustain clothing, purses, jewelry, all of those things, and that's what we're going to do. And also sustainability is such a huge movement right now, and so it's perfect timing for when I wanted to like do this. And now we have a new generation after us, you know, millennials and Gen Z for sure, and I've seen a lot of converts, I call them. So a lot of folks, Gen X, I'm a Gen X, I've seen a lot of Gen X folks shop with their kids who perhaps were not into sustainability, didn't really, but so now their kids are teaching them how to sustain their clothes. And that's always cool to see the converts come through here. I'm like, I never knew that I could do this or consign or you know, recycle my clothing. So that's always been nice to see.
Tell me, how have you been able to grow your marketing?
So it all started with all the things that I learned at Georgetown. And it is, of course, speaking to your audience, finding your audience, having the right message, and then of course flicking on all those levers and making sure that you're ready once you flick on all the levers, because you never want to like set yourself up for something and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed, like what. So for me it was all about timing everything just perfectly, and then kind of pacing myself. But definitely I would have to say that advertising, Instagram, that is where my audience lives. That is where my target consumer lives, and so we've been able to connect with our audience and build that community. And we do some really cool reels. Sometimes it's on the fly, but we do things that really make us connect with our audience and make us relatable, and where they can see themselves, like themselves coming into the shop, whether to shop or whether to consign. But I would have to say that social media, flicking on that social media, Instagram lever especially, crazy.
Well, it's been so great. And thank you so much for having us here at Vida Style Shop in Old Town Alexandria, which is a beautiful city here in Virginia. And we wish you all the best, and congratulations on celebrating 1 year.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for all your support.
Thank you.
With especially this chat. So I have appreciated talking about Vida Style and sharing my story and hoping to inspire others to go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Alicia had a dream to help her community and the planet by curating a delightfully different consignment shop that supports sustainability and other creatives looking for an opportunity to see their dreams fly too. Want to learn more about Vida Style Shop? Find them at Vida Style Shop or VidaStyleShop.com. Want to stay up on all things entrepreneurious? You can like and subscribe at Entrepreneurious Show. See you next time.